morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, how are y'all doing? It's Kaiser, and we're not talking about necessarily a movie, but some recent things that have been going on. May have already read the title of this video, and could this be a sign of the end times? Could this be something going on within the halls of Disney that is a harbinger of things to come? I may have already said that. I don't know. Don't care. Whatever. Anyway, let's just talk about it. So, we all know that Disney this year, especially Lucasfilm, has been a monumental disaster. So, after the very dizzying high of the $2 billion that the Force Awakens did at the box office, everybody thought that Star Wars was going to be untouchable and that Star Wars was back. Well, quickly we all started to, realize that maybe that wasn't the case and that this was not the new trilogy that we were really hoping for or promised, by George Lucas after he sold the company to Disney for $4 billion back in 2015. Well, fast forward a few years, and now we've seen diminishing returns on just about every Disney and Star Wars product that has continued ever since that merger. And all of it has kind of proceeded with an air of...
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
And unfortunately, audiences are not exactly responding to that well. Everybody wants good stories and everybody seems to want good content to watch, but a lot of this has not been doing the case. Case in point, Disney has lost, at the time of the writing of this article, which was back on June 24th, Disney had lost $900 million. And that was before the disaster of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny's release into theaters, which, let's be honest, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has had a monumental amount of controversy going way, way back for a couple of years. And then, especially right at the end of in fact, right before the movie released, we ended up with the massive plot leak that leaked out the entire details of the plot from Cannes Film Festival, which a month before the actual premiere of the series, people started to wonder, is this going to be true? Well, it turns out that everything that was reported in this plot leak was completely true, which then suddenly left a lot of people asking questions. Who's going to foot the bill for all this? It's like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny had a production budget, actually one of the most costly productions of all time, cost nearly $300 million. $295 million is kind of what has been reported out there widely, but we also know that there's been some trick accounting there, and the price tag may be even higher than $300 million for the actual finished product, at least in terms of just the production. And then, of course, we heard that, the marketing's got to be good for this movie. And, well, unfortunately, it wasn't, because the franchise film had over $400 million in marketing and advertising. So $400 million in advertising plus a production budget of over $300 million, or about $300 million, put this movie in the ballpark of about a $700 million total cost to get this film made, to do all the reshoots, do all the additional effects, and then to do all the marketing, the advertising, and then get this thing into the theater, to which it... you can't even call what this did a whimper, because this literally was just a fart in the night wind. It completely just died on the operating table, and Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny made a miserable $60 million domestic at its opening box office. It only continued on to get worse from there, as we now know that the movie has languished with only $172 million total in the domestic box office, $197 million overseas, for a cumulative total of only $370 million. Which, again, when you consider the fact that it took $300 million just to make this movie and an additional $400 million of advertising on top of that, and then you take into account that ticket sales, the box office takes 50 to 40% of the cost of those tickets, you require suddenly a budget of you suddenly require over $900 million just for this movie to break even at the box office. And that's a recipe for disaster. And, well, disaster it was, because the movie was a complete flop. Yeah, it was a complete and utter total disaster. Everybody hated it. Not very many people liked it at all. And let's be real, it was a complete and total it was just an absolute misfire. This movie was a just complete flash in the pan. Nothing happened. It was just gone. And it left a lot of people wondering, okay, Kathleen Kennedy has continued to fail at every aspect of running Lucasfilm. They have seen diminishing returns, inflated budgets, and outright to the point where now they're not even making money. They're costing the company money. And Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, reportedly, according to a rumored meeting between her and Bob Iger back earlier this year, was the last straw. If Indy did not make a minimum $900 million at the box office, it was going to be a serious problem for Kathleen Kennedy. It was basically a come to Jesus meeting of Bob Iger going to Kathleen Kennedy and flat out telling her,
"Sort your fucking life out, mate."
It is what it is. But of course, things happened. Kathleen Kennedy apparently didn't get the message. The movie flopped at the box office, and yep, as a result, now there's some serious things going on over at Lucasfilm. Oh, and by the way, I should mention, yeah, among those, there are now 5 new executives that are haunting the halls of Disney in Lucasfilm, particularly. Most of the employees have basically been dragged into meetings to allegedly give testimony on expenses and whatnot. Some rumored financial malfeasance has been going on allegedly behind the scenes with the Acolyte. Apparently, there's been some funny things going on with the budget there. Apparently, allegedly, I should say, Kennedy has been moving money from other projects, including Indiana Jones and Mandalorian and other projects all around Disney Lucasfilm, to fund, to keep funding the Acolyte. Again, this is all speculation and rumor, as just kind of stuff that I've heard around there, but I don't have anything to really pull for it to show you. This is just rumors going around, online that I've found, but they're ones that have got some seriously substantiated information behind them. But I'll be honest, it's now looking pretty bad, because Kathleen Kennedy is reportedly now not even allowed in the Lucasfilm offices. She has been given an 18-month-long administrative leave of absence, which, interestingly enough, guess how much time is left on her contract with Disney and Lucasfilm? 18 months. Sounds to me like they're trying to basically lock her down and shut her off from doing anything. All the Star Wars projects that she announced at Star Wars Celebration 2023 have been officially said that they are canceled. The Acolyte has been allegedly soft canceled. Leslie Headland, the former head of that project, is now allegedly fired from Disney and Lucasfilm. she's going to land on her feet because, she's the former assistant and best friend of Harvey Weinstein, and she knows everybody in the business. So, yeah, she's going to land on her feet. Kind of wish she'd land on a paving stone, but that's kind of just my opinion.
Oh, no. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, so this now puts a little bit of a weird spin on things, and a lot of people have been asking, well, you keep talking about this information and all this speculation and all this and that. Well, where's the proof? Where's the proof that Kathleen Kennedy might be finally out at Lucasfilm? Where's the proof that she might finally not get that contract extended? And where's the proof that she might finally not be coming back to the Lucasfilm offices and that she, so saying ding dong, the witch is dead? Well, we got a little bit of information about that this week. Buckle up, boys. This is going to be a very interesting one, so hang tight. All right, so according to some other articles I found, but this one is pretty concise to the point, the producers behind Star Wars and Back to the Future list their Malibu home for $18.5 million. So yes, Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall's hilltop home offers cinematic views over the Pacific Ocean, but they are selling their house in Malibu. Yeah, they're moving away from Hollywood. I can't imagine why that would be. Could it have something to do with perhaps...
How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all of your favorite franchises go down in flames?
Feels great.
Yep. It's a serious thing. But yeah, reportedly the house there is on sale for this alleged $18.5 million. They've decided that they are selling and pulling up stake and getting out of Hollywood. To think that somebody who was responsible for all the horrible things that we've seen over the last several years, this complete destruction of our pop culture, lives in luxury and places like this, just kind of is a little gross to me, but that's just my point. That's just, my opinion. But yeah. So, Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall are selling their Malibu mansion and moving out of Hollywood. Can't imagine why that would be. But anyway, folks, this is all still a little bit on the speculative side. I don't have any direct proof that this is the end for them, but I'll be honest, it's a pretty strong indicator. I don't think after everything that's gone on that Kathleen Kennedy's ever going to find a job in the entertainment industry, at least as far as the sweetheart deal that she had with Lucasfilm. And Frank Marshall, well, Frank Marshall's just going to continue to be Frank Marshall. He's just kind of always been a guy on the producer roles, kind of content to just kind of sit back on his laurels and do his thing. So I don't think he's going to have anything going on there. But I'll be honest, the fact that this is happening is a very, very big indication that there are some serious shakeups going on. And, well, they wouldn't be trying to downsize like this at this point in their lives if they were just going to keep making movies and keep making stuff and making money hand over fist. That's just my opinion. Always take everything I say like that with my opinions with a grain of salt. And, well, I will keep my ear to the ground. I will report on things as I can get information. But for right now, figured a little bit of speculative, a little bit of speculation right now could be interesting. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. I have got new videos that I'm going to be putting out this week. I will make a quick note that Thursday and Friday, I will probably Thursday, Friday, and next weekend, I will probably be largely unavailable. Got some family stuff going on, some things that I have to attend to, responsibility, that kind of stuff. So I will try and put up some pre-recorded content for you all, so that way you have something to watch in the meantime. But aside from my live streams on Wednesday and Thursday, pretty much just going to be pre-recorded stuff for the rest of the week. Other than that, You all have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Definitely go ahead and throw one of my playlists on loop and just kind of have it sitting in the background, because I am within 500 watch hours of monetization on YouTube. We are growing like gangbusters. We are absolutely killing it. And I can't wait to put forward more effort to be able to show you guys more cool content and do some more cool things with you all. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.